Leaked Pentagon documents reveal secrets about friends and foes. The Pentagon says it is investigating the scope of the documents leak but declines to give specifics. The next day, Mr. Austin began convening department-wide meetings to address the widening disclosures. Mr. Patel also would not discuss any fallout over a claim in the leaked documents that the leadership of Israel's intelligence service, the Mossad, had encouraged the agency's staff and Israeli citizens to participate in mass anti-government protests. As with the surveillance of South Korea, the document attributed the information about the Mossad to signals intelligence, or electronic eavesdropping. The leaked documents show that Seoul is torn between its policy and Washington over Ukraine. Mr. Yoon's Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Yi Moon-hway, told his boss, National Security Advisor Kim Sung-han, that the government was mired in concerns that the U.S. would not be the end user if South Korea were to comply with a U.S. request for ammunition, according to a batch of secret Pentagon documents leaked through social media. South Korea has been shipping humanitarian aid to Ukraine but has insisted that it would not directly provide any lethal weapons. Who leaked the U.S. intelligence documents? No one will say, but the Kremlin has some observations. Russia promises bonus pay to troops who destroy NATO tanks, documents say. To brace for the introduction of advanced NATO-supplied tanks on Ukraine's battlefields, Russian forces are preparing to pay a bonus to troops who manage to damage or destroy one, according to recently leaked U.S. intelligence documents. The leak suggests the U.S. could try to press Israel to provide lethal aid to Ukraine. Credit, Mohammed Abed/Agence France Presse, Getty Images. Senior U.S. officials said the FBI was working to determine the source of the leaked documents. A pro-Russian hacking group may have targeted Canada's energy infrastructure. A leaked document shows the dire nature of the battle for Bakhmut. Credit, Mauricio Lima for the New York Times. Kharkiv, Ukraine, the Ukrainian army was close to losing a key battle of the war. The officials acknowledged that the documents appeared to be legitimate intelligence and operational briefs compiled by the Pentagon's Joint Staff, using reports from the government's intelligence community, but that at least one had been modified from the original at some later point. The leaked assessment said that General Kirilo Budanov, Ukraine's director of military intelligence, offered to deploy elite units under his command for 2 weeks to push back Russian troops threatening the supply road. A Ukrainian soldier moving toward the Bakhmut front line on Friday. Wagner's influence extends far beyond Ukraine, the leaked documents show. Even as Mr. Prigozhin has criticized Russia's military leadership, demanding in one instance that failed generals be stripped of their ranks and forced to march barefoot to the front, the military establishment appears to have jumped to do Wagner's bidding, according to the leaked documents. Israel denies a claim that leaders of its spy agency encouraged its workers to join protests. According to the leaked documents, an assessment attributed to a Central Intelligence update from March 1, leaders of the Mossad advocated for Mossad officials and Israeli citizens to protest against the new Israeli government's proposed judicial reforms, including several explicit calls to action that decried the Israeli government. Current and former Israeli intelligence officials said the agency's rules and long-standing tradition of nonpartisanship would have precluded direct involvement by the agency's leadership in a political crisis.